I spent 30 years as an ER nurse. In medicine, we have something called informed consent. You tell the patient the risks, the benefits, and the alternatives so they can make a choice. But the traditional Christian God, the mainstream God, he supposedly gives us free will. Then he tells us if we don't choose him, obey him, fear him, based on a 2,000-year-old book full of contradictions, he'll torture us for eternity? Oh, I know that not all brands of Christianity subscribe to the whole fire and brimstone story, but most of you have some version of it. As a nurse, if I told a patient, take this pill or I'll set your bed on fire, I'd be arrested, or at least fired. Why do we call it divine love when a deity does it? And let's look at the author. If you're a creator and you know your kids are going to burn forever if they get the instructions wrong, do you really hand the manual to a few guys in a desert and then go radio silent for 20 centuries? I've seen what happens when communications break down. People die. If God is the great physician, why has he gone dark? Why isn't he updating the damn manual? Why is he letting billions of people die spiritually just because he's too shy to show up and settle the debate? Give us some evidence. Give us something. Here's what my gut tells me after 3 decades of dealing with actual facts. The Bible looks less like a divine dictation to me and more like a brilliant collection of regional short stories. We've found the older drafts, the Epic of Gilgamesh, the Sumerian myths, written long before the Bible. Someone took those stories, changed the names, and bound them into the most effective manual for human control in history. It's a script designed to keep the pews full and the questions to a minimum. That's my theory. That may not have been the original intent of the Bible, but that's the result. So to my Christian friends, if God is powerful enough to create the stars and everything else, why couldn't he write his own book? Why did he supposedly have a bunch of different people write it down for him? And why has he been off duty for 2,000 years? While we argue over his handwriting, I don't buy the faith excuse anymore. I want the logic. I've posted 7 essays on a path that actually makes sense. The link is in the description. Tell me what you think. Why does a loving God need a torture chamber? Can you defend the 2,000-year silence in the comments without using the word faith? Well, that's Shift Report for today. If you want to take a deeper dive and look at the evidence that I can't show here, click the link to my Substack in the description. Join the conversation, challenge the dogma, and I'll see you next shift. Case closed.